And now it's time for our cool products brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. We're talking walleyes, we're talking summertime, and we're starting off with bread and butter, bottom bouncers, and rigs. There's a lot of different bottom bouncers in the market. You stop into the store, you see different weights, different sizes. I think it's important to have a variety of sizes, something, down to ½ ounce all the way up to 3 ounces, depending on where you're fishing. And here's a nice sample of different rigs. There's some of these louder rigs, like this Lindy little guy. This thing has a lot of action, as well as this Apex worm wiggler. These can be trolled a little bit faster, again, a little bit louder. On the other end of the spectrum, from VMC, we have the Spin Drift. No blade on this. This is more of a finesse-y approach. The swivel is actually built into the hook, which is really nice. You can go at slow speeds and it'll turn your bait really slow. And then of course your traditional rigs just like this. And on the bottom bouncer, you can also fish an artificial, like this Rapala original floater on the back. And it's important to have a floating bait, especially when you're dragging for walleyes like this. You want something that's very buoyant, something that's going to float up with good action. This is a good choice. And speaking of a good choice, is this St. Croix series Icon. This is for walleyes. These are specifically made for different walleye techniques. This is the bounce and troll. You can see the end of this has a nice soft tip for trolling and bottom bouncing. And it also has a lot of backbone for catching big walleyes. And to keep your rigs organized, there's a few on the market. This is Tackle Buddy. This is really nice. You just put the swivel, you hook the swivel in on one end like that. You wrap the rig around, bury the hook in there. You can kind of keep everything nice and organized and compact. And also we're talking about artificial baits. Well, talking about artificials and walleyes, a Shad Rap is always a good choice. This is sort of a mid-depth bait. These are deep runners. This is meant to be from 5 to 11 feet. These colors are also only exclusive at Mills Fleet Farm. This one's pretty neat. This is called Frosted. That thing looks like a walleye catching machine. And for fishing deeper, you also have the Rapala Jigging Rap. This is in number 7. This is great for deeper walleye fishing. You can also fish this shallow, and we've really seen these catch on in the walleye world in the past few years. And if you fish at night, well, a good headlamp is important. This is from Energizer. Has a couple different settings. You have an infrared light and you have a high and a low setting. It also has the batteries in here, so everything is together. It's from Energizer, and all these products and more are available at your Mills Fleet Farm store. You can also get them online at fleetfarm.com.